Right, hello folks. It is Super, just on the Twanson, and I'm joined here with Simperheve to talk about the new event that's
Super. Before you start, oh no, there we go. It's gone. I was about to say you're still hosting as one, I guess from Shizm, but no, it's gone now. It's cool.
Oh yeah, just it has a bit of delay because OBS.
Yeah, good old OBS. Good old OBS.
Right, and we're here to talk about Forge, the new event that's coming out in Birmingham in about 2 weeks' time.
Yep, on March the 24th.
Yeah, and I would, even though I could not go there. Well, yeah, I'm still very interested in the event and what's going on. And I'm joined here by one of the DOs, Simperheve.
Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Oh, it's always nice. It's always nice to have you, mate.
Thanks.
Right, Well, I'm gonna start with the first question. Is this one a bit more on the team? Like, what makes Ironworks different to SDF,
SDB.
FDB? Sorry.
Well, yeah. So SDB is both a team for it's a team for Melee and Smash 4. It's a team of players. It's a team of TOs. It's not just about organizing tournaments. Whereas Team Ironworks is a very focused effort. It's about the events. It's about the collaboration between Nottingham and Birmingham in bringing these events. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense. Like SDB is more of like the overall like team, and Ironworks is just focusing on making tournaments.
Yeah, so SDB is more of a team in the traditional sense. So it's a team. It is a team of players. It's a team of We have TOs. We have players. Yeah. So it's not really much else to go with on that front. The other thing as well is SDB hosts weeklies. Most of the Midlands players probably already know about Fight Club that we host at the venue Geek Retreat.
Mm-hmm.
So we host that in collaboration with another team, Team Phoenix. They're quite a big melee organization in the UK. They've actually just hosted their first, not their first. They've hosted a major just on Saturday called Equinox.
All right.
And I've seen some of the images and that from what's going on, and it looks really really good. So I'm quite eager to speak to them, perhaps about doing more events in the future. Like I'd love to attend one of theirs myself, or maybe if Crusade 2 happens somewhere down the line, we've got Melee in, but who knows?
Oh yeah. Just go on to my next question. This one's a bit more out of the blue, but what
Yeah.
events do we expect to see in Forge?
So the first Forge is going to be Smash 4, obviously Smash 4 focused with Smash 4 singles and doubles. We do have apparently a revenge crew battle lined up between EA and Nottingham. I'm still waiting to hear back about the rosters, but there's been some talk about EA trying to get the run back.
Ooh, nice.
So that we basically at Arms Race we decided to hold an impromptu crew battle because there was an absolute ton of time. So you can catch that on the SDB channel actually if you're interested. But yeah, we're probably going to see a rematch from that. I'd love to see who wins that, and I'll be happy to take probably small side bets on who's going to win. I can't tell for now because I don't know who's on what team. So we'll see on the day.
Hey. And
the other thing as well is we got Dragon Ball Fighters, which is because of we've had a lot of popular demand for Dragon Ball. Like we had quite a lot of people at Fight Club who asked for Dragon Ball, so Dragon Ball's become a bit of a staple at Fight Club too. So I've been hoping to kind of keep it as a constant and sort of merge the two together. It's been bringing in lots of FGC players. So it's really good to get that kind of merging of players from different games and backgrounds.
that's fair enough. That kind of does my other question, which was how come you added more events than Smash 4 to Forge? But yeah.
Well, there is more of an answer to that. I think the answer is that people are looking for more than just a tournament these days. So like if you go to for example the region events. Like region always have the after party, which is, it's all part of the experience. Players come for the experience, whereas before it used to be more about just the event itself. Whereas nowadays it's more about what's happening after, what's happening before, um, that kind of stuff. What's happening during the event, which is why we have Dragon Ball, and which is why at Crusade we had side events.
Okay, that's that's pretty fair answer. Just you know, giving people more of an experience, which
Yeah,
is
so
awesome.
yeah, it's all about the experience.
Mhm. Oh yeah. Here's my next question is: how does Forge compare to Regen?
Okay, so the main thing, I guess, is that the Forge is cheaper to go to. Regen is obviously, it's a bigger event. There's a lot more prestige, whereas the Forge it's more of what you'd come to expect from like a fairly affordable monthly. It's comfortable in a way, because you know what you're going for. You know what you're going to expect. You know that you're only going to have to pay. If you want to enter singles by itself, you can do the whole thing on a tenner. If you
Mhm.
want to if you want to do doubles as well, less than 15 quid.
Nice.
That, and that's the thing with a lot of, if every large scale tournament was as expensive as say DBZ and Region was, it would kind of divide the players up a little bit, because they wouldn't be able to afford to go to stuff each month. Whereas having cheaper alternatives kind of in between the bigger events is always a good shout, because they're affordable, they're easy to get to. So yeah, that's the main thing. Um,
That's yeah, similar to the thing that I do down in Portsmouth with Waste Match, which is a small, affordable tournament.
yeah, I heard that it went quite well from what I've heard.
Yeah, it went well, but some messed up results, adding in an hour to a time. So
So teething problems are natural when you first start TOing. So they're the kind of stuff that you'll be able to iron out quite easily.
yeah,
So I think because that was your first tournament, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah. So what I take away from it is that you've run a tournament and people had a good time, and then you can build on everything else afterwards.
yeah. We're gonna be fixing that up in Waste Smash 2 on May the 12th. So you know, catch us there. Come down, say hi, and participate. All right, that was a shameless,
Shameless plug. It's
yeah,
fine.
shameless plug.
I don't know. I'll probably check my calendar. Maybe I might be able to. I might be able to make it, but Portsmouth is naturally quite expensive from where I am.
That's that's fair enough, but it's like around about £10 to enter all events. So
Yeah, so you're looking at a decent spend there. Not too expensive.
yeah. So anyway, straight on to the next question. How do you think this will benefit the community better than before? Like before, when SDB used to host fight clubs back before Regen, there was not many people turn up for them. If I recall correctly.
Yeah,
Well,
so the main things that kind of held Fight Club back then was really I found a lack of advertising. There are other issues which are currently ongoing, but they are stuff that we're working to resolve. So there's been some issues with, as always, there's issues with the price and the quality of the food at Geek Retreat. So we're trying to figure ways of working around that. Um, but all in all, I think we've had an influx of new players as well, because of the extra games that are available,
hmm.
and also the fact that I've started advertising more, not just in the usual places. I've been kind of factoring in the venues group pages and that kind of stuff as well, which has brought in a few new players. It's brought in some Tekken players, some DBZ players, a few Smash 4 players. We've actually had quite a few players join since I started advertising, like who uh, is quite prominent. Well, not prominent. quite present in the Smash UK Discord. He's a Link mate,
Yeah.
and he's started turning up a few months back. In fact, Hal will be able to tell you himself. If you're on the stream, Hal, hi. Shout outs to my boy Hal. We've
Yeah.
also seen the return of Zamasu finally, because he's been kind of avoiding going to anything until January. So it's good to see him finally coming out for stuff. We've also had Jox return from his adventure in Jamaica.
Wait, he actually came back.
Yeah, he's been back a couple of weeks now. I don't want to go into details because that's his story to tell. But yeah, he's been back.
Well, it's good to hear that he got back safely, to say the least.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. It's same old Jox though. Same old Jox. Moment I saw him for the first time on Tuesday, I was like, it's like he's never been gone. Honestly. So we've had a lot of returning players. We've had quite a few new players as well. We've had a lot of people come to the grind session who weren't there last time. The last time we had it, so we had about 12 people for the grind, which was just for, it wasn't a fight club, it was just a grind session. Whereas like the time before we had like 3.
So yeah, a little revival of your local area, which is awesome.
Yeah, which is always good. You know, we want to see good competition, good players. You know, and then we can travel out and really show people what the Midlands are made of. Because a lot of people talk about how good the Midlands used to be back in like 2016. So I really want to do my bit to help the Midlands. You know, get back to greatness. I don't want to say make Midlands great again because I'm not a blonde carrot man with a weird wig.
Well, shout out to Donald Trump. Don't mess up everything, you know.
Please don't kill me, Mr. President.
Anyway, we're on down to our last question in about 16 minutes.
I'm nothing but efficient.
Hey.
That sounds really sad.
No, efficiency is best.
Yep.
We all saw it on Thursday. Smash 5 is announced. I'm happy.
Hey.
So I can SDI out of Smash 4 to Smash 5 when that comes out. No more Bayonettas for me. Yay.
I can't wait for them to say Bayonetta is confirmed in Smash 5. I will probably hear you go no from all the way across the UK.
No, the only way that's gonna happen is if I go on for glory and then Bayonetta still comes to me the same way, I will literally fly to Japan just to go for the Nintendo building and just yell at them for how they patched it.
Who knows? It might be Smash 4.5 and you might just get to do that.
Hey, as I said, I'm gonna pick up a top tier, so you know there ain't gonna be no more Toon Link can't deal with Corin's Nair. I'm gonna be like, I'm Cloud, I got a big sword, my Nair beats yours.
I'm afraid. I'm scared.
I'm gonna be the top tier whore, and it's gonna be that bad.
See, what I find really strange about people saying that they're gonna make the top tier, etc., etc. When the game first starts, nobody's gonna have any idea who the top tiers are.
Aye, but you know, I'm gonna wait 3 months. So 3 months later, the top tiers have been somewhat thought of. I'm gonna slide in like.
So the moment the first Smash 5 BR tier list comes out, Super's just gonna be straight on. Right, who's at the top?
Yeah, yep. Oh, you're really good. Yep, but I can't leave Tunic behind, so I'm gonna side main him. Like he's gonna be my.
Brawl Meta Knight is coming back.
Brawl Meta Knight, Melee Fox, Kirby from Smash 6.
Pikachu, please.
64 Pikachu, Kirby, and Bayonetta, Cloud, Corin, Ryu. I will not touch the game. Just be like.
That sounds like Be right back. We're migrating to a new game by the sounds of it.
I'll be like, nope. If they don't care, why should I?
Haha.
Well, that's go. Well, let's go off my little rant of why I don't want Smash 5 to turn out to be like that.
I'm sorry for triggering you, based on your obviously inward hatred for outward hatred for DLC.
I was it's well, it's just yeah, those three characters.
Money well spent, I think.
Let's not remind
Yeah,
myself that I paid for this thing for a character that kind of dodges kill confirms.
yeah. But to be fair, I could find that. Well, I'd find that if I'd spent $5.99 on a character and then realised that they were god awful, I'd be thinking to myself, what was the point in doing that?
I wonder if Blues is on the chat right now. He did pay for Roy, didn't he?
He did, but I would argue that Roy's annoying, but not awful.
He always
Because the thing is, like Roy has, but I play a bit of Roy. I play a bit of Roy myself, and I find that Roy has some strengths, but the problem is his weaknesses are too far over for his strengths. So you end up with a character that kind of gets bats off, you steal his double jump, and then he's just like a really easy edge guard. Which kind of makes me a bit sad.
Yeah, I think Sakurai could have done a lot more with him than just copy and pasting him from Melee with a few changes.
Ah, no, he wasn't. He really isn't copy and pasted from Melee. Have you played Melee Rory?
Oh no, yeah, they fixed the main parts of this not working, this doesn't work. They fixed those parts, but it's like Melee Roy, but with repairs. It's still, but he still has the glaring weaknesses. Like his sword thing doesn't. It's like reverse the mask, so it doesn't work too well.
That's just, I think, a issue with the design of the character itself. Because inherently, if you're going to have a character that works well at close range, giving them
A sword.
medium range giving them a sword with a medium range hitbox on the end, it's just not going to work because it just completely removes the principle of spacing. Because you can't space to get strong stuff because you have to be right in the opponent's face. It just removes the element of safety. I mean, there's stuff that Roy can do with his sour spots, but arguably, if you wanted to say F smash someone and kill them at 40, the sweet spot's the thing that's going to get you that. The sour spot isn't. Whereas with Marth, you're relatively safe if you space your F smash.
I called Roy a brawler with a sword. Because he always needs to get right in your face, but he has the wrong kind of weapon for right in your face. If you get what I mean.
He has the wrong frame data for that kind of thing. I find, because like if you look at characters that excel in that kind of range, Sheik, I guess Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu.
Yeah, I'd say Pikachu does. But those kind of characters, like their frame data is fairly quick, whereas Roy's is quickish.
It's quick medium.
It's quick for a sword character, I would say.
Quick medium.
It's like quick. Yeah, it's quick for a sword character. So that's not quick enough in the grand scheme of things.
Well, we sidetracked her. Wait, if we got time,
That's fine.
if we got time, let's talk about things we want. What do you want in Smash 5 the most?
Actually, I've been doing a lot of mulling this over. The one thing that I want is, like, there's two. Well, it can either go down one or two routes. So the first one is it's Smash 4.5. I'm fine with that. I like Smash 4. I play lots of Smash 4. Smash 4 on the go sounds like a great idea. Or it could be an entirely new game. Now, if it's an entirely new game, I don't want it to be like Smash 4 or like Melee. Because one of the things that I find that I've talked to quite a few Melee players in particular who have asked for wave dashing, ledge mechanics, that kind of stuff. And then all in all, there's loads of people asking for rage to be removed. What else? Oh, kill power to be improved, that kind of stuff. That's all well and good. But what I want is I want a game that doesn't play like Melee and doesn't play like Smash 4. If I get one of those, I'm playing Melee HD or I'm playing Smash 4.5. if I buy a new game, I want it to be a new game.
But the thing is, yeah, I'm with you with Smash 4.5 is because the engine for Smash 4, if you take away Rage, it's actually pretty good because it's
Yeah.
just it's if what if they'll have Brawl but faster and they took away tripping. That's good.
See, I wouldn't really know because, to be honest, I played Brawl casually. Like when I played Brawl, I played it at home with my brother, and all we played one-on-ones with items on. We didn't really play it in a competitive setting. Whereas when
Mhm.
Smash 4 came along, first thing we did, items off, all that lot. We played it, I guess normally, if you want to call it normally, in the
Yeah.
context of competitive play.
Mhm.
But yeah, I wouldn't want it to, again. I wouldn't want it to be like Brawl either,
Mhm.
because if it was Brawl, then I'm playing Brawl HD, and that's not what I want. I want a new game. I want a game that isn't any of the other games. I do want Pikachu's N64 backer though. I'd really like that.
What did his back end look like? Was it the one when he just
It's instead of, so in Smash 4 he does a little frisbee thing.
yeah?
So instead of doing the frisbee thing, he just does a straight back kick, and like it was stupidly powerful in 64. Obviously, I wouldn't want it to be as stupidly powerful as it is in 64, but I would like it to be useful,
Mhm.
because you've got back airs like Captain Falcons, for example. Like
Oh.
if it was similar in nature to that, but obviously not the same because it's not Captain Falcon, it's Pikachu.
Mhm.
If he had a back air like that, I'd love that because it would make killing such an easier time
Mhm.
over what I have to do at the minute just to get a kill.
Well, grab up, throw, lightning. I mean thunder down. Yeah.
Yeah, well, at the minute there's basically you have to squeeze every opportunity you can get in order to actually get a kill with Pikachu. So you've got to edge guard, you've got to get the read, you've got a tech chase, you've got a jab lock. Whereas there's a lot of characters where the effort to get a kill is that much lower.
Cock off, Bayonetta, cough cough. Sorry.
Well, but that's kind of their thing. Whereas like Pikachu's thing is being able to like being a combo character, building percentage and all that lot. But
Mhm.
when I'm getting opponents to 180, 200, and then they F smash me at 40 and I die because I'm Pikachu and they've got max rage and all that lot, it makes you think.
Yes.
Really makes you think.
Mhm. The thing I want in Smash 5 is a proper training room.
Yeah,
Which,
that is one thing that I do want. Have you got the training mod yet?
no, I do not. Most of my stuff is just tuning stuff, so it's just wait for it, bomb fair, bomb up air. Just it's pretty much all like looking at how your opponent reacts to you. So that's literally how I play Toon Link. It's more of a reactive play than a I know what you're doing and I'm gonna combo you.
Hmm. See, now I use the training mod quite a lot at home,
Hmm.
like especially to practice Pikachu stuff because Pikachu stuff is very DI dependent.
Hmm.
Like, have you seen Esam's latest video on up air loops?
No, I have not.
So one of the things that's been discovered is the late hitbox of Pikachu's up air actually combos into itself, and what you can do is you can set up people into loops with it. So you can actually. Did you watch Esam versus Larry Lur or Esam versus Mr. Did you watch Esam versus Mr. R at Genesis 5? At Genesis
No,
6 rather.
I did not watch that. I
Okay,
shouldn't
so
have, but
one of the things that Esam did is he did like 4 up air.
wait, I didn't know. I
He
remember that one. I watched it. He was up air, up air, up
up
air, and
air
then he
fair.
used fair to take Mr. R out on the side. Am
Yeah,
I correct?
exactly. So yeah, exactly. So it's yeah, that's been discovered fairly recently and something that I've been practicing. Anyway, I've just been alerted by Zach, thank you Zach, that we have gone a little bit off topic here. We're
Oh,
talking a lot about Smash Switch rather than the event. Is there
oh.
anything else you want to ask me about, either like the Forge or Anything about where it's going, or like what's next?
Yeah,
Any,
what is next about the after the forge actually?
well, after the first one, we've actually got a second one planned. We've got a theme for the promotion as well, which I think ties quite well into stuff that's going on in May.
Let me guess.
After that, oh, go on.
Let me
Go
guess.
have a
Is it
guess.
on May the 4th?
It's not on May the 4th because May the 4th is a Friday.
Oh, it's May the 5th.
Aha, perhaps we're looking into the possibility of May the 5th. So we're waiting to. I need to get in touch with. Actually, if any of the SSM guys are in the Twitch stream at the minute, get in touch with me because I need to check dates with you. So, but either way, that's for another time. One other thing that I should probably add: we just announced yesterday that we'll be going out for a post-event meal called the Iron Table. So after the Forge, we're inviting everyone to come out with us to celebrate a job well done on the first tournament. And we're going to be hitting up a local restaurant somewhere for a meal. Everyone's invited. We're going to try and pick somewhere that's obviously family friendly and all that lot. So if people got parents or, you know, they aren't 18 and all that lot, you know, it's not going to be a problem. Yeah, everyone's invited. Obviously, you're paying for yourselves. I'm not rich, so don't even ask me. Can I have free food? Because I'm poor as well.
Hey, the uni life takes away.
Cry.
Wait, what about for next forge? Can you actually take them to a smithing place to make?
A what?
You know, when they do smith, iron smith.
Right, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Do you know how hard they are to actually find? I have a cousin that is is trained to be a blacksmith, and forges themselves are actually quite a hard thing to come across. Like he ends up actually doing forging in Noath Fort down in Weymouth, which is like this massive old military fort that's kind of been repurposed as a museum, but they got active forge. For the next one though, we are looking at well, this is something I didn't want to look into, but yeah, you know, we are looking into the possibility of running the second forge at a different venue, because that's been something that's been asked of us. So yeah, we're possibly looking into running the second forge at a different venue, perhaps increasing the cap, perhaps adding some other stuff. But first of all, I want to see how the first one goes, and then decide what's going to happen after that.
All right. Also, man, Ori's gonna come in soon, about 5 minutes.
Well, he hasn't told me he's coming.
Yeah.
Is he coming?
He said about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, he will be here in 5 minutes. Haha.
It could be sweet, What else do I want to hear from for?
Yeah, so Ori's obviously been doing a lot of work with me on the forge as well. All the image work is down to him. He's been doing the banners for people. If you are still waiting for a banner, get in touch with him. He's getting them done as fast as he can. I'm sure he'll be able to tell you about it when he comes on. Have you checked your DMs, by the way, Super?
Oh yeah.
Check your DMs.
Yeah, he said it'll be ready in 5 minutes. I'll add him to the. Well, I can add him to the call, right? Hopefully, I do.
You should be able to add him to the call. If not, tell you what I'll do.
Plus, done it and create. Right. Did everything crash?
No, I'm alive.
Hey.
Are you alive?
Yep. Just wait. Oh, just wait when he comes back.
He did. Yeah,
he comes back.
So yeah, he's been doing a lot of the image work for the forge so far. So if you are waiting for your player cards, get in touch. Also want to give a shout out to my other co-TOs for this one, Jasper and Fob. So they're working with us on the Nottingham side of things. They actually host their weeklies in Nottingham called Max Cancel.
Ooh, nice.
So quite a few people from the Nottingham area would have probably heard about them. If you're in the chat as well, hi Nottingham.
Go on.
Are they even there? Aha.
I love the Nottingham folks.
Yes, great. They're great. They're great fun. I love them. If there's any reason to come, watch them do what they do best and probably body EA in the crew battle again.
We can't be showing shit here. We're non-biased, isn't it?
I am non-biased. I'm a TO, therefore I show no bias. Midlands. Midlands.
Fine, fine, fine.
Haha.
Just because I'm nearer to them. Let's go, EA. Come on, GP team. Beat them up.
I don't even know who's coming from EA actually. I know we got Weferino and Jax are definitely coming. I think they've got a few more. In fact, I'm gonna get the sign-up list very quickly so I can tell you exactly who's coming.
Come on.
So, also, if anyone hasn't signed up yet, please do. We're at 39 people, and it's making my brain go, yeah. 39. It has to be rounded up.
39. Oh.
So, actually, for this, so if I could talk about the attendees a minute for the Forge, we've actually got quite a good mix of players from the top end. So we've got on the top end, we've got people like Jackie. We've got Jackie, obviously, who's second in the country. We've got Wills, because why wouldn't Wills be here? Thank you, Wills.
Wills, we love
from
you.
Wales as well. We've got SSJ Davy and Spenpie coming. So I've had run-ins with both of them personally before. Currently 2 sets down on Spenpie. Might just have to rig pools so I can change that.
Wait, how do you guys run a tournament with all you guys entering as well? That's massive.
So yeah, that's why you have so many members start. That's why you have so many TOs. So what can happen is you stick to. You remember how with Crusade we had 5. So out of those 5 TOs, 4 of us were playing. So we had me, Wills, Pixel, Wills, Ori, and Kitten, who were all playing in it. So what you do is you just, hey, is he back?
Yeah.
No.
I do exist.
Hey, Ori.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm here. Sorry it took me so long.
No worries.
Haha.
And now I'm going through the troublesome method of trying to order food, but the app was really slow.
Good job.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. We were talking about
what were we talking about?
TOs and running in Crusade.
Yeah. So in Crusade we had 5 TOs altogether. 4 of them were playing. 4 of them were playing. So what we did, we separated them out into separate waves. Then what you do with that is you have 2 TOs who are always at least 2 TOs who are always running stuff and 2 TOs who are playing. So for example, another example, at Fight Club I have a separate TO for each game. So for every game there's at least someone monitoring the scores, so people can just play if they want, play if they don't, not play if they don't want, rather than having someone go, I must TO, so I must not play. There's no point in that. TOs come to play in games as well, so.
Fair.
Yeah, especially at Crusade, because, not gonna lie, Wales did an amazing job with the scheduling for that event, because there was never a moment when we needed a TO that was currently playing.
We had enough TOs on deck to do everything. I also brought in extra members of staff, so I actually had my wife there. So most people in the Midlands will already know Mrs. Simp. She won't be coming to the Forge, I don't think. She's going to be preoccupied. So unfortunately, Mrs. Simp won't be there. Sad boys.
It's okay. We've still got 4 TOs ready for that anyway. So.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Here's a question for you, Ori. Can you tell me a bit about the your ideas for the design of the what's it called, the logos and stuff like that?
Okay, so the Forge went through, and Simp can back me up on this, but the Forge logo went through like a million different designs before I decided the final thing.
I'm joking, yeah.
Yeah, you do know.
It went through design hell.
Ooh.
And particularly the idea is instead of, because like Smashton was quite bright and Crusade was really basic because it was just a white color palette. But for this, I wanted to stick with the minimalist feel, but give it a bit more color. So at first, it was just the color red, a dark red that I use in the background. Because the logo we made for the Iron Table, that's actually what the original Forge logo was. but I decided to swap it out for that. But the one right now was actually the colours changes were actually a recommendation from, I think it was either Fob or Jasper, but instead of going for the normal anvil design that I had before, I decided that it would be better to just give it like a really bold type of, banner-looking style, and that's how we've ended up with what we have today, and it looks really nice. In fact, if I was to show you what the original logo looked like, the original banner
Is this
compared to what it is now.
I
is
can.
this which one is this? Is this going to be the one with the pixel art with thingy?
Oh yeah, and that as well. Yeah, before actually, I completely forgot about that. Ashley,
How
so
did you
thank
forget
for
about
reminding
that? I asked you to do it.
me. Before we had like what is now the Forge logo and like the Forge banners, Simp had the original idea of using pixel art, and there was an idea for a Pikachu in a minecart, and I know a couple people have probably seen it before. I can post it in the chat right now if you want.
Actually,
With
yeah,
a
you can post.
massive arm.
Let's post it here.
He's got a really fat left arm.
Honestly,
Sorry
that
about right.
Pikachu had been benching.
Yeah, that Pikachu in of itself went through 3 different design iterations, and that was the last one I chose. And then we actually got to making we actually had like the plans in place, and we decided last second like we don't need this.
Do you
Let's
mind?
just go with something different.
Do you mind if I show the stream?
Of course, go for
Do
it.
it.
I don't mind.
Alright, we're
But
gonna be changing.
Just gonna see across the stream just this picture just hovering.
but back when I made that, it was mostly from my perspective. It was so I could show off my pixel art a little bit more, because not a lot of people know that I do this kind of stuff. But now we have what the Forge currently is, and I'm quite happy with what we have. It's got a nice mix of the 2 red colours and a really, really nice choice of orange, which I will credit Jasper or Fob for, because they chose orange, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the colours on the design I think really work well with each other.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and little spoiler, but for Forge 2, we're actually going away from this design. So.
I've partly given away what it is, but not entirely.
Oh, what did you say, Sim?
I just said what date we'd chosen, what date we'd gone for. Other than that, we have some fun ideas for what's going to happen around our theme.
Yeah, the design is changing completely. It's going to be so fun.
Got Fire Emblem as you do.
Sorry. That's. Hey, Fire Emblem is a good series. I'm just saying.
Yeah, true. I got Fire Emblem Heroes actually on the Switch. I still haven't played it.
I'll borrow it from you. Can't afford to buy Switch games at the moment.
Haha. In fact, while you're here, you answer the Smash 5 question as well. What do you want from Smash 5?
What do I want from Smash 5?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really hard question to answer, because I'm so ridiculously easy to please. Because, not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest here, I started with Smash and Brawl, and I didn't really play it that much, so I kind of see Smash 4 as like the first Smash game I actually went out of my way to play. I had played Melee beforehand, but that was just because I thought it was gonna be like Brawl, and when I found out when I like started playing it, it wasn't. I was like, I don't like this. But with Smash 5, if it is Smash 5, I'm hoping they don't stray too far away from what we currently have in Smash 4, because I really like how Smash 4 plays. It's so, in comparison to the old games, even Brawl, which is like the most similar one, it plays so ridiculously tight and fluid. It's unbelievable. Like, it's so responsive, and I love that so much with Smash 4. But in terms of other things that aren't like the mechanics, I kind of just want to see some more epic characters. I'm kind of happy with what we have at the moment, and I really, really want to see people like Cloud and actually all of the third-party characters. That'd be awesome.
I don't know. Let's not see all the third-party characters, because there's one witch that I would like to never ever.
Mate, she's not a third-party, mate. She's not third-party. She's second-party.
Oh yeah, bruh. She's a Switch exclusive now. So.
Mate, she is going to be in Smash.
I think
Smash 5 is a given.
As long as enough. As long as they nerf her.
The only likely one I'm... the
Let's
only
all
like
talk at the
character...
same
time. The only character I don't see coming back is like Cloud, because yeah, Square Enix can be really tight sometimes with their IP.
Well,
But Ryu and Mega Man will be back.
Nah. Tell you what it'll be. It'll be Final Fantasy 15 on Switch, and we'll get Noctis instead.
Oh no. I don't want that.
I would also like to confirm that Noctis will not be at the Forge.
Ah,
We have not
that's
confirmed.
good announcements.
Do you know who we have confirmed though?
Who
We have confirmed players like Minimo.
hi,
Oh my
Mini.
gosh.
Yep. And Birmingham's best player, Wilksy15.
Are you sure about
I went to Jackie.
Oh yes.
that?
Well,
He's not a Birmingham player.
yeah, Jackie's not a Birmingham player. He's like
We don't need him.
lives further out. Oh, we do need Jackie. We get battered. Yeah, one of the things that I'm looking forward to is actually a lot of the lower level players getting a chance to make it into bracket, because we've got quite a few at the top end, but the pool structure that we have for if we get a full roster of players is going to be that we're going to have we're going to do, was it top 2 into pro? Was it top 3?
It was that we were gonna have pools of 6, and it was top 3 and then bottom 3.
Yeah, so with that, you remember how you probably never attended a Smashton. So one of the things that we did at Smashton was we always held 2 brackets, and the brackets were fairly generous to get into. So we always had 8-man pools, and then we had top 4 going to pro bracket, bottom 4 into amateur bracket. And what we're doing with this one, we're doing a similar thing again. We're basically dividing the pools in half. So if you're top 3 go through to pro, bottom 3 go to amateur, and I think that's going to give a lot of people a chance to get into pro bracket and play a caliber of player that they probably don't often get to play, because some people, perhaps even in so if you take Regen for example, people got into the amateur bracket, like there was a lot of brackets, and once you'd gone through pools and put everyone into the same kind of skill brackets, you played those players. And not gonna lie, but a lot of people kind of, they get into amateur bracket or whatever, and they just go, I'm kind of done. I'm in amateur bracket. There's no point in trying anymore. Whereas if people are given more of a chance to get into pro bracket, I think they'll try harder. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it'll certainly be a better motivation. Not dissing Region though, like Region's pool structure. I think Region's pool structure is good. Like
Region's pool structure, if all Birmingham events like stuck to these kind of numbers that they get, then I think it should honestly be the standard, because it's so good, because it gives everyone a chance to do something. Because there's nothing more disappointing than like losing top 2 in pools and then knowing that you aren't gonna have to do anything else for the rest of the day. Which is why I really like the way that ladder works at DBZ now.
I would like to say DBZ ladder was very, very good when I went to December DBZ.
It's unfortunate that I haven't been for one.
I ended up playing 15 sets on that ladder.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, that's why I'd love to at some point implement it at an event of my own. But the one thing that I did see at DBZ was the micromanagement of the ladder looks really difficult. So obviously not yet.
That team are lords.
That
Anyway.
Team,
Yeah.
So for the Forge, we're going to be dividing the brackets up into 2. We're going to be having our pro bracket and our amateur bracket. There'll be prizes for amateur bracket, as we always did with Smashton. Yeah. That's one thing that I want to bring over from Smashton is, if you win the amateur bracket, it's not just kind of like, well done, you get a nothing. You get a prize because you've won something. Because you have.
Yeah.
So, in before it's a £10 Amazon voucher again. Haha. Hey, it's a universal spending, that is.
Free entry to Forge 2.
Anyway.
What next?
The other thing we look forward to, I just remembered, we're going to be having a money match for the best player.
Seriously?
Best
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Yeah. Multi versus Howl. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath.
Oh, we'll see.
Battle of the Links.
My money is on Howl. Lol.
Yeah, me
wait.
too.
Now I really want to fly in, because I don't use Link. I use Toon Link, so it'll be like, nah, You said about the links.
Cheer,
Toon Link is a
cheer,
link.
boy.
Oh,
Cheer, boy. Cheer, Hyrule boys.
side bets, bro.
Bruh.
Okay, well.
It's like, I'm the best
haven't we
link
got
in the
any
UK.
more? Oh my god.
Uh-huh. Well, how many that in terms of link players, there aren't that many left now, are there?
Not in the UK, no.
He actually uses
Yeah,
link except for How and How.
Well, does Legendary still play? I don't remember.
I think Bless is still somewhere.
Blessed Spartan.
Yeah, Blessed
Blessed-
Spartan's still somewhere.
And I forgot. These are like names I remember from over a year ago. Don't see them anymore.
2006, 2017, like 2016
Well,
names almost.
Legendary came to a fight club last year, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
Legend of N.
Legend. I can't believe I
Legend.
had to pronounce.
Let me
that.
let me do it. Let me do it. I saw the Legend of Negro like in the meltdown
There you
not
go.
too long ago. Yes, don't worry, you guys are safe. There won't be any like you know.
I'm not saying naughty words here.
I ended up having to call him because he wouldn't respond. I ended up having to call him, and Shonik and his dad were sitting right next to me. And I was like, I didn't realise. That was rather awkward.
Oh, what was the name that Connor had to shout out in like the?
Oh no, that guy. So I can't. I'm not sure I can say it on stream.
I'll just say it's funny.
So
Man, you know, I'm gonna have to get the Fight Club bracket because I can't remember
Oh.
exactly what it was off the top of my head. It was the stupid thing is that he'd this guy came to Fight Club and he didn't know what tag to use, so he just kind of came up with one on the fly, and he came up with this on a just out of the blue. Are you ready?
yeah.
I'm gonna.
Wait, what? Where do you guys go?
I'm gonna
Wait, you're actually typing it.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
I've
put it
said
in.
that.
It's icewallow.com. Can I say that? Can I say that slightly faster, Super?
Don't say it slightly faster.
God.
Icewallow.com.
So we haven't actually, on the subject of these guys, we haven't had any of them sign up for the Forge yet. So there are actually still, I think, 2 or 3 places left for Dragon Ball.
I've got eyes on Zach to hurry up and sign up for that. I promised
know
him
what,
an
Zach,
early
if you
space,
would-
but you know.
If you're in the chat, Zach, I can't wait for DBFC to cap just before you sign up.
That'd be
Oh,
funny.
wow.
I get to tell you. Now I'm kidding.
Really enjoy seeing you suffer, Zach. It's great.
Now, if we do get a lot of interest for Dragon Ball, we'll be raising the cap. But at the minute, it's sign-ups have been kind of steady but slow going. So I'm not expecting it to go too far above cap before people start kicking off about wanting extra spaces. So for now, there's actually only 2 spaces left for Dragon Ball for now.
Oh my word.
So if you want to sign up, Zach, I suggest you do it quickly.
Zach, sign up, please. You like that DBC stuff, don't you?
Actually, on the subject of signing up, one of the things that I'm quite pleased with is we've had a good Midlands turnout. Particularly, a lot of the Birmingham players have already signed up.
That's a shocker. That doesn't usually happen.
Well, yeah. For Smashins and that, we've had a little bit of a disparity between who's been signing up. Like a lot of them, we've had. I think it was Smashton 4.
Smashton 4 had like barely any Midlands and more. Smashton 4 had like a half split. It was like half non-Midlands and half Midlands, but like barely any Birmingham. I think we had like 7 Birmingham.
Yeah, well the thing is with Smashton 4 is it was hilariously stacked at the top end.
Mm.
So at the top end you had pretty much like you had half the England PR, and then you had like players from elsewhere who were quite high on the PR, and you didn't have a lot of the lower level players is a little bit of a disrespectful way of saying it, but like a lot of the players that you'd expect to find as lower seeds, I guess. There's no unrude way of saying that. I'm sorry, but no, it was really stacked to the top end. Either way, whereas this time we've got a really decent mix of players skill level wise.
Yeah.
And one of the things
I'm quite happy with how Forge has turned out so far. It's doing really well.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that we do cap. In an ideal world, I'd love to cap on the Forge.
I mean, on that note, I'm pretty sure someone has just signed up.
Ooh.
Hey, the podcast is working.
Yeah, yeah.
Has
Oh.
he signed up? Has he done it? Is it Zach?
I would actually. No, because DVZ's still got 14 people.
Bruh. Come on, Zach. Nah, okay, it's fine.
I don't
Still,
think-
yes, but we're sitting on 39 at the minute, which is good. I think we've just had someone
Not
sign
bad.
up.
We're
for
almost
Smash
at Smash. We're almost at Smashed 4 numbers.
4. Yep. So,
Okay,
yeah,
what
one of the
next?
things.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
I'll let Super ask questions, or if there's any
Okay.
questions from the stream, we'd be
Okay.
happy to answer them.
Yeah, let's leave it. Let's open up. Anybody in chat wants to answer any question? Ask any questions? Because I think I've done my 5 main questions. Unless you want to rack.
Right. Is there any questions out of those that would be worth asking me that you haven't already?
What colour is your nose?
I'm gonna, my nose is unfortunately white.
How's that unfortunate?
Sorry for the disappointment, guys. I didn't mean it.
God damn it!
For the record, in Smash 5, I'm going to main Metroid from Halo.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna-
main Agumon.
Aguma.
Right, we got a question from Samas. How do I apply to work at Geek Retreat?
Actually, I can answer this one.
Impressive.
In fact, I'm gonna answer it. Right.
Oh, no.
You want to watch the chat?
Oh, is this like
Oh,
something
no.
rude?
It's okay, Zach. Since you love them so much, you can actually apply to become a franchiser with Geek Retreat. So here you go. I'm going to
Shoot.
send you the franchising form that you can fill out, and I think it's like a down payment of like 40k or something dumb. I don't know what it is. I don't care. But either way, it will be great to see you putting on your finest Italian accent, serving stuff with IKEA tables. I look forward to you growing the biggest beard ever.
If you buy IKEA tables, like, please don't have Velcro underneath.
Dude,
them.
I actually talked to them about that. Those are franchise-owned tables. They
Are they
have, so yeah, they got imported in from Glasgow or something. It's stupid.
That's great.
Like,
That's amazing.
Sam hates them. I hate them. Everyone hates them. The dumbest
That's
tables
funny.
ever. And that's one thing that you won't find anywhere else. Velcro tables.
What?
Sign up now.
Yeah,
Sign
the
up now
tables-
for Velcro tables.
okay. So this is like some Geek Retreat history, right? Like well back at like Smashton 1, before Smashton 1 even. We went to the venue and discovered that the tables that they had upstairs have got Velcro underneath them, which hold the legs on. So if someone was to like accidentally kick the underneath of the table, then rest in peace all of our monitors.
So you're saying somebody having a salty moment could cause hundreds of pounds of damage?
Possibly, but the table legs are actually quite sturdy once you've stood.
They
the table.
are. It's not that bad, but it's just funny. Like,
Yeah.
why have they got Velcro?
No, the
underneath
thing that
them?
I hate is lifting them, because you lift them
Oh
and
yeah,
then the legs
the
fall
legs
off.
like flop.
Yeah, the legs like flop and then they fall off because you've kicked them because they flopped. And it's like, so yeah, sign up to the Forge for floppy Velcro tables.
Sign up to the
everyone.
Forge, and I will give you a cookie, even though I don't have any. I'll try.
Dude, I should have put that in the thing. Free cookie for everyone.
Free cookie. Oh no, because it's outside food, mate. Sorry.
Oh yeah, shit. No, they do
Rest in-
cookie.
rest in peace.
Rip.
Do they? I'm not paying for that.
Jeez, dude. Have you not had that
You know-
cookies?
You know what? I have. You know what? Okay, so this is a new thing, right? Give me like a highest placing type sim, like, you know, the highest placing of one certain category wins a cookie.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Okay. The highest I'll tell you what. The highest placing low tier main wins a
Oh,
cookie,
wins a cookie.
but
Oh,
it's the highest placing lowest tiered player.
lowest tiered player.
Lowest tiered character.
Lowest tiered character. So, oh, let's
For,
see if Howell does really well. We'll see.
yeah. For it to count, you have to use that character in all of your sets. Nah,
All
that's
of
too harsh.
That's too
Ba-
harsh.
ba- yeah.
Well, consider them a main.
Yeah, if you made a low tier, and you do really well in bracket, we'll give a free cookie to the highest placing lowest tier main.
So if I was just to play Falco for the whole thing, could I win myself a cookie?
No,
Oh.
you don't get one.
Oh. This is why you shouldn't become a TO kid.
Haha.
Oh,
Ooh.
another question from Zamasu.
Yeah.
What places do you have in mind for the meal?
Well, actually, we had spoken about this before. Zach was probably in the discussion actually when we were talking about it. But
okay. I'm gonna give full disclosure right now, guys.
credit.
Right?
Give him credit.
The idea for the meal is actually Zach's idea. We just kind of stole it from him because
Well,
we're terrible
he didn't
people.
stole it. He asked us to do it.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
there's,
that's true.
there's a difference. But
So thank you, Zach. You're awesome.
Yeah, he is right that it needs to be a more social experience. So that's why we took the idea of the iron table and ran with it, which is why we have the advert out on that. Like I said earlier, we're not sure whereabouts we're going to have the meal, but one of the places we're looking into is Ed's Diner, which is similar to Five Guys. So a lot of people would be familiar with that already.
I know one of the suggestions as well was to go to a steakhouse.
Yeah. See now,
It's a lot of money, but
I would say Birmingham's steakhouses are expensive. I've been to many of them.
big city food.
Big city boy.
Let's all just go to like a burger place.
Fuck it,
Let's go to
Mackey's.
gourmet. Let's go Mackey's.
Yeah, do it.
Should we just go Five Guys and like bootleg DBZ?
Yeah, do it.
I don't want to go Five.
Nah, go McDonald's. That's what the people want.
No. I had like some chicken nuggets earlier, and honestly, I feel
Tell
a
you
little bit
what.
sick now.
After the event, we'll all get a burger from Geek Retreat. Zach's favorite.
No. I see Harry like in the corner screaming about that idea. No, the most likely place is Ed's Diner.
Yeah, there are plenty of them about. There's one quite near to the venue, so we'll probably be tripping everyone else out there. Other than that, we'll be announcing it hopefully in the next week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I should think. While we're on the subject of food, actually, I do actually want to jump into the defense of Geek Retreat food. Their desserts and their ice creams their desserts and their milkshakes are fairly good.
They bring all the boys to the yard.
Yeah,
do not discredit that boy. That there's the picture that's gone around a few times. I know Zach probably has it. If you want to post it like somewhere, it's like the guy with the beard. He makes the milkshakes, and it's like they look like art. It's like an art show, and they're really nice. So I mean, props to him for that. But your burgers aren't nice, guys.
Yeah, but what I will say, they have great milkshakes and good desserts.
Yeah, milkshakes are nice.
Also, for anyone who's happens to love eating stuff, they also have the Thor's Hammer Challenge, which I've forgotten about, which is basically a really fucking big burger. So if you feel like taking that on, do us a favor and let us film it.
That Force Hammer burger actually like gets on my nerves a lot because it's got toppings on it that I wish you could put on like the normal burgers. Because if I could get like an egg on my burger, it would be 10 times better already.
Yes. Egg on your burger?
Yeah, I love me and my burger.
Sorry, I can't work with you anymore.
That's right. I don't blame you, mate.
Haha. Yeah, that's one thing that I will say is the venue for the Forge Geek Retreat does do some decent food and drink. I know there's some contention about that already, but the other thing I will say is that everyone who signs up will be getting our usual arrangement, which is a free bottle of water, so £1 off to spend downstairs. Yeah.
How much is it to spectate though?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, you haven't thought about it. Spectating for free. I'm coming through. You know.
To be fair, it'll just be venue fee.
Yeah. So like, come on a day, pay £5. Because if you just want to come and spectate, like we don't request that you pay online. We just request that you come in on the day.
Yeah, we're more than happy to if you want to spectate to take cash on day. Don't even have to let us know you come in. Just roll in and queue up. We'll just be like, cool.
Yep.
Fair enough. I'm all for that.
Yep. We'll be doing a raffle as well, as we normally do with Midlands tournaments. So we'll be getting some prizes. You know, do you know what? We should ask Jox what he wants more than anything in the world, and put it as a raffle prize.
I'm still like a bit shook that I got rid of my Fennekin hat for that. It was like the hardest thing I ever had to do with my life.
That was very generous of you. The other thing, a few people might remember from, was it Smashed in 4? We actually, one of the main prize on the raffle was a copy of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 HD.
Wait, what?
So we ended up putting that as a prize, and DX17 spent, I think it was like £8 in raffle tickets, just so we can get it.
Do you get?
And
Yeah, he did.
Hey.
yeah, he sure did. And the best bit was that he got it. You could hear him scream "Yes!" from all the way across the room when we announced the ticket number.
It was good. That was the event where Twin 1 and Twin 2 rigged the whole of the raffle.
I think they must have spent as much as DX17 did.
Hey mate, the bracket, the raffle at Crusade was even more rigged, mate, because I won 3 of those prizes.
Yeah.
Rigged.
Hey mate,
Rigged.
mate, this ocarina will stay with me for life, right? You don't even know how much I love my ocarina.
Oh god.
Oh no! Don't play it on. Stop! 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 I will mute you. That's it.
No.
Why are you trying to play Sandstorm?
Okay. We got the quiet. Are you gonna stop? I think that's no.
Why?
Hey, are you trying to play Sandstorm on the ocarina? We're done. Alright, I'm gonna try now.
Okay, I saw him on that. It was great.
To hear Ori play Darude's Sandstorm on Ocarina, please come to the Forge.
That will be the ending. That'll just be the ending theme of the Forge.
Do you know what I want to see at Forge? I want to see the collaboration between you and my wallet.
Hey, hang on. You know the intro idea we have for Forge 2?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what if we just replace like the music that is already going to be used for it with me playing Darude Sandstorm on the ocarina?
No.
Hey, Super, you would find it even more funny if you knew what we were doing.
It's gonna be
Right, well, I could say this event is gonna be something, I say the least. Especially the next one with we got Ori just playing Sandstorm.
So all you're gonna hear on the VODs is actually that's something I'm gonna go into now actually. So I'll be doing the VODs again for the Forge like I did to Smashtons. I know that before there's been quite a few issues with the VODs. So one of the things that we're going to be taking some time to work on getting the VODs just right, so that come Monday after the Forge, they will just be uploaded and ready to go.
Hey.
Midlands is bad with VODs no more. Midlands is going to make the effort.
And the VODs for, I'm pretty sure, have all the VODs for region gone out yet?
I don't know, but
I'm pretty sure they released like a big video, but they actually aren't.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm chatting crap on the region now. Fuck you.
This
Tournament's crap.
Yeah.
Region's terrible.
Be nice.
Even though you're better than us, and I love you.
Lol. I know how difficult it can be to do VODs, so I can appreciate it taking however long it needs.
Well,
so they come up.
the Smashed and One VODs were like funniest thing ever because it went from me to Verd to you.
Yeah. The Smashed and 2 VODs killed me. 120. It was a 128 gig video file, and it just would not crop. It just would not crop. And I sat there for days trying to get it to do stuff, and I just couldn't get it to work.
Well, eventually we did.
Yeah.
Or you did.
Yeah. This time I'm going to be implementing a bit of a better system to make sure the VODs are recorded in better quality, with better cuts, so that they can just go straight up as soon as I get home, basically.
On that note, I've changed the layout for the stream.
Ooh.
It's gonna look so sick.
Excellent. I love it. I want to see it because I'm going to have to set it up, aren't I? So,
Yeah, let's see if I can. I don't know if I've still got the original design because you've seen it before, haven't you?
I think so.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool, but there's too much going on. So I'm doing something much simpler, and it's gonna look great. Look forward to it. The Forge, 24th of March. Sign up now.
What was the cough part of the promotion?
Please. Please.
Right, I think we ran out of questions.
If you can think of anything, go for it.
Does anyone else? Does anyone else in the stream have any questions that they'd like to
Smash
ask?
UK. Shall I go into Smash UK and say any questions? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
No context, any questions?
I'm not doing that.
Do it.
No.
No.
You do it.
No, if it's been gone for over an hour, and I have the benefit of like uploading this, I got to like. Ooh, it's gonna be a challenge. Right.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna end it off there. Simperheve and Ori, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
You're very welcome.
Sorry,
Great talking to you. Great to have us.
It was great talking to you guys as well. Quite fun actually. It was actually very fun. And
we're not as banterous as Wills and Zamus, but we're cooler.
Yeah. Alright. I'm a little bit business sometimes.
Yeah.
I try to be.
You guys guess what drink I'm drinking right now?
he's drinking water. You know that he's part of that straight edge life.
Sure.
I hope you're not about to. I hope you're not about to tell me that you're drinking the curse drink.
I am drinking the curse drink.
Let's not call it anything else.
Alright, let's just end it there. You guys go to the Forge, 24th of the 3rd, 2018, at the Geek Retreat Birmingham. And we will make a post on it next week, saying what stuff to look forward to.
Yes.
And
We'll be in.
May the Forge be with you.
well, we got an idea what next event's going to be called, so.
Perhaps.
No.
No.
That's not what it's called. It's called Forge 2.
It's called Forge 2 something.
It's called
something.
Forge 2 Bad.
It's called Forge 2. It's not actually happening. Aha!
It's called
Force 2.0. There we go. Gone. Go on. Saved it.
All of that. Credits to Super for that.
Delay, I would name my event
Forge
after.
2,
Would name my
Forge 2,
event after that.
it's actual slot venues.
Delay, I would knit the event Waste Smash 2.0. Go there. Right. So.
On my way.
Where's that?
Tell us about Wave Smash Super.
It's an event in Portsmouth. You know, nice little event. Yeah, it's nice.
It's no longer about the Forge. It's about Port Smash. Not Port Smash. Oh, the cursed name. No. Wave Smash.
Port Smash was the old one. Waste Smash is the hip new one. You know, full of skateboarding, full of with a skateboarder.
You know, here's a fun little fact, right? My description on Tinder says, "I'm a guy who loves to skate. I also can't skate and don't like skating." Thought I'd let you guys know that.
So,
Well, that's
are you
something
a
new.
skater boy?
Okay. Oh, right. I think we're jumping into new things about the Forge.
Yeah,
Come to the
check
forge
me
to
out.
see Ori do cool skateboard things.
It's no longer called the Forge. It's no longer called the Forge. It's called the Forge.
It's just skate forge.
It's just it's just skate. Change the name. It's just skate.
There's no setups, only a half pipe in the middle.
Or play Smash on the half pipe.
I was just gonna have that song in the background. If I die before I wake, at least in heaven I can skate.
Preview of what Forge 2 is going to be now, guys.
It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me performing that song live on stage.
No, it's just you skating
Oh yeah, it's me skating while performing that song
around Geek Retreat or whatever venue we use for Forge 2.
around Geek Retreat with a pack throwing Haribos to the crowd.
You know, for the longest time, I wanted to make a trailer for one of our events that uses like some really crappy 80s music. You know, like an American sitcom intro, like the Friends song, or Wings on. Is it like Wings Upon Wings of My Dream or something?
Oh yeah.
Standing tall.
Do it.
Right.
I was gonna do it for Forge, and it was gonna be funny, but like I had so many little memes in there. Like I remember, I wanted to put Vulcan in it and make a joke about that, but like, I couldn't be bothered.
So if you've Super, you've probably seen it, but for Smashton, was it Smashton 4 made the trailer? We the Shooting Stars meme.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Shooting Stars meme was a bit of a thing back then, and we have a video of Vulcan popping off, so we put it to the Shooting Stars song, and it was
That was great.
magic happened.
That video took me longer than it should have.
It's great. It's a place. It has a place in history.
Anyway, I think we're done here.
Yeah, we've got it right. Alright, round it off. Simperheve, Ori, thank you for coming in. You guys, thanks for hearing us talk about Forge and then ramble on about other stuff. And this, if you missed this will be uploaded to not Facebook, YouTube, but I can't make any money off it. So, yeah, no, don't worry, I can't, I won't, I can't, like I literally can't.
Yeah, you can't make money off of me or I'll see you, so like, yeah.
Well, I can't anyway, because, you know, I'm not even... Okay, I just made this sound